This is Lux, the Oracle. I started writing lyrics when I was about 12, 13 years old. Always had a passion for music.
Lux.
So, kid.
Yes, sir.
This
track we're going to talk about.
And I finally found an outlet that, is therapeutic. So, we're going to break down a song called Gale Force today. I'm going to break down the lyrics and the meaning behind the lyrics. There's some metaphor in there. I like grimy boom bap music. I was raised on Black Moon, Smith & Wesson, OGC. I know my lyrics are pretty dark, and I know a lot of it might sound demonic. A lot of it might sound, controversial, but that's what I'm here for. I'm here to stir that emotion and expose the truth, and that's what I live for.
Sheets, our pain's released through pheromones like untamed beasts. Repeat the skit till we cease to exist. So treat the gift of
Lux,
presence
here we
as
are
a blessing.
again.
Yes, sir.
Break it down for me. Gale Force.
All right.
I heard it. You performed that one a couple times.
Yeah. I did it at the last open mic.
And I need, along with everybody else out there, I'm sure, we need a breakdown of everything.
All right, let's
What
break
are
it
you
down.
talking about? What are you saying in that song?
All right, so the way I get inspiration, I'm sure every artist, no matter what your medium is, has their way of getting in their own zone, or like a state, like a flow state. For me, I'm married with 2 kids, so I don't really have a lot of free time or time to myself, quiet time in the house. So I tend to wait until everyone's sleeping. It's usually late at night. And I just I wait till everyone's asleep. I have my space, and then I kind of like go into this. It's hard to explain, man. I go into this state where it's almost like a meditative state where, I kind of like sink into this place where there's nothing else but me and the pad and the pen, and I delve deep into my subconscious, and it comes out. It comes out. And so this song, Gale Force, there's a lot of things in it. There's no one concept. It kind of goes off and on the tracks, but we could break it down verse or line by line so that you get a better understanding of where I was coming from.
The people need to hear it.
All right, so let's see. So the first line in Gale Force is think as I drag the pen, sink inside the dragon den, consuming shadow, golden arrow stuck into the owl head. So it sounds crazy. It's like a ritual. It's when I write, it's almost like a ritual where everything's got to be in its place. Kind of like a metaphor for like an alchemist or a magician, or setting up their instruments to create something. Think as I drag the pen, sink inside the dragon den, consuming shadow, golden arrow stuck into the owl head. Red feather, bloody leather, tucked inside a demon's bed, warm and fed, suckling the milk of his mother's breast. So
damn.
Yeah, so it's creating an image of somebody sinking into this. For me, it's in my mind. I'm sinking into my mind. Everything goes black, and I have all my instruments in order. The golden arrow is my pen, and the owl's head is my pad. So I'm probing it, and I'm probing wisdom. I'm probing arcane wisdom. I'm probing the mysteries and the things that are kept from us. All right.
Is there deeper symbolism behind like the owl?
So the owl, the all-seeing owl, the wise owl. Yeah, owl. He's only out at night, right? So basically, he lives in the shadows, in the darkness, in the occult, and what's hidden. The word occult only means hidden. It's a Latin word for hidden. So when you hear occult knowledge, it just means hidden knowledge. So, there is a lot of symbolism with the golden arrow, with the owl head. So Yeah, and suckling the milk of his mother's breast. It's not a literal, literal translation. It's more metaphorical, where as soon as I sink into this place in my mind, have all my things in order, the muse comes to me and she pours her power, whatever energy on me. And that's basically like, it's what fulfills me. It's what feeds me. It's what gives me my sustenance, is the milk from the mother. And the mother is the muse. Rest after toil, anointed through the soil. We illuminate the cave by the lamp of sacred oil. So I'm the type of person where I like the pain before pleasure, right? It's almost like you get paid before a job, you don't put your heart into that job.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? If you're waiting to get paid, you're gonna do that job the best that you can. You know what I mean? So that it's a reward. It's a reward for your labor.
100%.
So we illuminate the cave by the lamp of sacred oil. So this is a metaphor here. So, I mean, literally it means, we're inside of a dark space and we're illuminating it by something sacred. Illuminating the cave by the lamp of sacred oil. So our bodies contain cerebrospinal fluid. And with the moon cycles, the lunar cycles, this fluid goes from our cave of Brahma, which is the space inside of your brain where your pituitary and pineal glands are. And it holds a clear, sterile fluid, which is called cerebrospinal fluid. And basically, that's what drops down your spine and then rises back up. And it makes a mechanical, once it does enter the cave of Brahma, makes a mechanical force against your pineal gland. And your pineal gland has something called calcite crystals on it. And if you understand physics, when you apply a mechanical force to a crystal, it creates a spark. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's what that means.
Damn.
Yeah. So
the oil, that's what the oil, that's what the sacred oil
that's
is.
the sacred oil.
Wait, what was the line before the?
So
how do you get into the sacred oil?
It's rest after toil, anointed through the soil. We illuminate the cave by the lamp of sacred oil. So rest after toil.
We illuminate the cave, like you could see.
Yeah. So
the light through the darkness,
Yeah.
going through the darkness. You see
Right.
the light at the end of the tunnel through that sacred oil.
This whole sacred practice, this whole sacred ritual that I do, it's what puts the spark in my brain to write this shit down.
Damn.
All right.
Shit. Yeah, I'm glad you are breaking this down.
So that next line, rest after toil, anointed through the soil, we illuminate the cave through by the lamp of sacred oil. The next line is, lured by her essence, we gaze into the heavens and observe the seven sisters as they dance within the crescent. So that means, lured by her essence, we gaze into the heavens. So something's calling me, right? Something's calling us to look up at the stars. We've done that since we were still living in the caves, right? So her essence, something about the universe, the stars, the cycles, the something about the heavens draws us in to where we look up and we wonder what it is. It sparks our imagination. It's what's created all of our mythology. All of our gods were originally stars. So, lured by her essence, we gaze into the heavens and observe the seven sisters as they dance within the crescent. So the seven sisters are the Pleiades, right? The Pleiades is a star system, and there's 7 stars. 6 that you could see with the naked eye, and 1 that you can only see with a telescope or with an instrument. And it's odd because our ancient peoples supposedly didn't have telescopes, but they knew that there were 7 stars in that system.
Wow.
So yeah, the Pleiades are the 7 sisters, and they dance within the crescent, meaning you could see them in the crescent moon.
Dude,
right?
you're covering like personal battle
deep,
and stuff
deep.
mixed with intergalactic and like
it's deep, man. It's deep. But if you think about it,
it all intertwines. So it all
does, because that's what we are. We're all stardust, man.
Dude,
That's
you're saying like
5
different journeys like in one.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're breaking this down, because when you're out here performing this on stage,
Yeah,
I'm not.
a lot of people aren't understanding.
Yeah, I'm not
I
picking
know.
this up like
and
that.
I get it, but my music isn't simple music. It's for the thinker. You know, it's for. I'm sure that writers will enjoy it, and I know that deep thinkers will enjoy it. You know, it's the kind of thing where you won't get it the first time. You got to listen a couple times.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to rewatch this video like 5 times just to understand.
We gaze into the heavens and observe the seven sisters as they dance within the crescent. Man is in the presence of a higher power. Showered in sun rays, he gave praise till his dying hour. About since the beginning of humanity, we always looked up to find some sort of reason and why we're here. So we created gods to govern us, to live by strict regimen. Man is in the presence of a higher power. Showered in sun rays, he gave praise till his dying hour. Ignite the blaze, turning bone to powder. Ash absorbs into the earth, rebirth before our souls devoured. So that means you got to walk the path, man. Walk the middle path. Try to be righteous, because when we do die, there is a point where it pulled under or it goes into space, it goes on. The next line is, our palates sweet and sour, sleeping with the beast. Daylight, we suffer famine. Midnight, we fight, fuck, and feast. So it's like there's this dichotomy where it's toil, like you rest after you work. There's the reward after your labors. So this, personally, I believe that this earth, this realm, this physical realm was not only created by, but is ruled by, not necessarily a demonic, but a lesser type of being that this whole earth worships as God. No matter which religion or sect you're from, the God that rules this earth, and it's in all of the books, is actually the devil. And I know that's controversial, but if you read the books, you will see that that's what it is.
What books?
So we could go on for hours about this. All of the books. Yeah. So.
What, like the Bible?
It's the Bible, the Quran,
the Torah.
The Torah. Yeah. This is. If you, I like Gnostic scriptures. So like Gnostic Christianity basically talks about how the God that we've been, like, you ever hear the saying, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that he didn't exist. Well, I could, one up that and say the biggest trick he pulled was convincing the world that he was the devil. So he's actually the God of this world. And I know that that's weird to think about.
The devil is the God.
I'm telling you now it is. Yes. Okay, so the number 666 is carbon. We're all carbon beings. That's what physical reality is made of, right? So if you look at the molecule or if you look at the carbon atom, there are 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons. It's the 666. So it's man.
But
Josh,
is
we
the
could be here
devil?
for days talking
But is the
about
devil?
this.
Yeah, we'll get back to your song in a second.
The
I just got
devil
one more.
doesn't exist and God doesn't exist. These are figments of our imagination. Okay, everybody has a devil and a God inside of them. It's our choices that determine what we are. Right? There's no hell. There's no heaven. It's here and that's it, and it's over. Right? So
Yeah.
And
at least for
unfortunately,
what we know,
if you have half a brain in your head and you look around and you see the way that this world is
There's a
run,
cat outside. That's crazy. Sorry. Keep going.
if you see the way the world's run and who's ruling it right now, you know who's in power, and it's not the good forces. So it's just what it is, man. And we could get into this at another time.
Yeah.
Let's delve deeper into the words, because I don't want to get no.
Might have to have you back on another podcast
Yeah.
soon.
So it doesn't mean I worship the devil. It doesn't mean I worship God. It doesn't mean any of that. Okay?
But you're saying
These
that
are my speculations.
you're saying the devil isn't bad. What they say it is what you're saying.
Yeah. No. The devil never existed in any of the original books. Okay. That's a form of control. Okay. Lucifer is not the devil. The devil is not Lucifer. Lucifer was actually God's favorite angel. Lucifer was the strongest angel. and Lucifer saw that God was favoring his creation, mankind, and that's where the falling out happened. All right? And if you're saying that angels are this superior type of thing, why did so many follow Lucifer to earth? Right? So it's deep. It's very deep, man. So I'm not saying that Luciferian energy is good or bad. It depends on how it's used.
Gotcha.
There needs to be a balance, man, a yin and yang. You can't be purely good. You know, just
of course not.
Like a warrior, right?
It's in us, yeah.
A warrior is no good if he doesn't know how to fight. You understand? So it's like you need to have it's being able to control the devil in you and to control the God in you. Because we are made in its image. We are, you know, we're pretty dope, man.
Yeah.
We are gods.
Maybe a human is...
We are gods.
A human is a third party above all gods and devils, maybe. Who knows?
You never know, man. So, all right, let's get back into it.
Yeah.
So,
what's next? Where were we?
Ash absorbs into the earth, rebirth before our souls devoured. Palate sweet and sour, sleeping with the beast. Daylight, we suffer famine. Midnight, we fight, fuck, and feast. That's the dichotomy.
Yeah.
We gain peace under blood-stained sheets. Our pains released through pheromones like untamed beasts. Basically, like, that's all we are. We're fucking animals.
We're animals and we're
all driven by our primal desires.
Yeah.
All right? It's that small mammalian part of your brain, reptilian part of your brain, actually. Right? That drives fight or flight. It drives all of it. Lust, all of that stuff. Repeat the skit till we cease to exist. So treat the gift of her presence as a lesson in bliss. So that means like we repeat the same thing over and over. You wake, you work, you eat, you shit, you sleep, and you do it all over. It's this repetitive cycle that we go through daily. And it becomes mundane, you know? It becomes like people lose their dreams and their desires over, you know, getting caught in this hamster wheel of life. So
shit could beat you down, man.
It can. It can, and
beat
it does.
down a man.
But I think that that's a part of it. We need to be beaten down at times to build ourselves back up. It's a part of the journey. So repeat the skit till we cease to exist. So treat the gift of her presence as a lesson in bliss. So meaning, since this is such a mundane routine that we live, when we do get the chance to experience the muse, you know, treat it as a lesson in bliss. This is bliss. Once, you know, at least for me, I know that it's one of the best moments in my life when, you know, when I do get into that zone and I'm writing and it's like nothing else exists but me and my thoughts. And so it is blissful for me. So next line is, the screech of the witch releases a deafening pitch. As she retreats to her ditch, we could sense the pressure shift. So
yeah, break that one down, please.
So okay.
That one I'm completely lost.
So I always, you know, my muse is a witch. It is a witch because she possesses me. She does. And
do you ever see her in dreams or
nothing
anywhere?
like that? I don't ever see it, but I do.
It's an energy.
It's an energy that allows me to just put all my thoughts out with no interruptions, with no hesitance. So it's hard to explain, man. So the screech of the witch released a deafening pitch. As she retreats to her ditch, we could sense the pressure shift. So if you could harness that energy and control it, you could change, you know, you could change your life. You could change the situation. Some people are possessed in negative ways where those things will enter them and they don't know how to control it. And it drives them to do maddening, crazy things. But if you could harness it and control it, you could use it to your abilities.
This is good stuff, Lux.
It's deep.
This is,
and it's weird.
There's like 3 meanings to each.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of meanings.
Each line. There's surface level, then there's symbolic of something, then there's deeper philosophical stuff. Yeah.
Right, and I don't expect everybody to get it or think that it makes sense, but it makes sense to me.
Oof. It's deep, man. It's deep. I needed to hear this broken down, though, to like understand it a little bit. This is...
All right.
This is good stuff. This is poetry. This is...
It is. That's what it is. It's just poetry. It's not even rap, man.
It's not...
This isn't rap, man.
It's also not that dark.
No, it's not dark.
It's your. I think
it's
your
my voice.
your
That's
delivery
makes it
and your
sound
voice
dark,
is
yeah.
so gritty and nasty.
Yeah.
That's what makes it dark.
Yeah.
But that's funny because that's what adds to.
Yeah, it's the
That's what adds to the
man.
poetry and the expression of it. It happens. There's no
That's it.
explanation.
Yep.
You know, you're a conduit. We're all conduits. We just gotta let it. We gotta do the right things to let it flow through us.
That's right. You have to align.
Be open.
You have to align all your energy
Yeah.
right, man. You
Man,
know?
why Lux the Oracle, not the prophet or something, or like
Because if you look at the definition of oracle, throughout history, mainly was females, right? But there are some male oracles, and what the definition is a human who receives insight, otherworldly insight, and there's different ways. You could do it through psychedelics. Some do it through, there's different ways of doing it. For me, I told you mine. Have to be still and alone and quiet. But I feel like I am an oracle because this stuff isn't just. Obviously, I come up with it, but I feel like something's putting it in my head. I feel like there is something massaging my brain inside of my skull. Like something is trying to speak through me.
You know what's crazy? Because I feel that too, but it's addicting getting close to that feeling. And then when you get far from the feeling, you're like, where'd that go? Where'd that go? Come back.
Yeah, but you can't force it.
Exactly.
It plays with you when it wants to play.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird because I am addicted to that. I want that as much as possible.
Yeah.
I also like being on earth and grounded with like regular people and stuff. I'm not saying I'm not, but I love when that happens.
Yeah, me too, man.
And
I'm addicted.
it's whether it's the connection to source or we're channeling something from our ancestors, whatever it is, that lightning.
Yeah.
Man, just when it
happens.
Yeah.
When it does, it's like it's
Dude,
ecstasy, man.
it is.
It's meditational bliss. It really is.
Then you notice like when you do the bad things that aren't good for you,
Yeah, you're taking.
you're disconnected
That's
from
right.
it, and it's harder to get back to it. You gotta do the right
I
things.
think of it like a power strip, right? You got everything plugged in. Every time you step away from the path, you're unplugging one thing. And if you just keep going, you're not going to be in connection anymore, man. You have to be aligned in order to have that happen. For you to be the vehicle for the universe to speak, you have to have everything in alignment. Yeah, man.
Gale Force.
Gale Force, baby.
What a name. Yo, thank
Hail
you.
source to wield powers of Gale Force.
Dude. Well, you guys have all seen it here now. In case you're wondering what the hell Lux songs are about, you got it. Thanks for coming by, man.
Thank you, Josh. Appreciate it. Bro.
Lux
Love
Force,
you, kid.
baby. Love you too, bro.
All right, man.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Well, if you liked what you saw in that video, you better stay tuned for part 2 because we may have rambled a little bit too much and got carried away with some of the stuff that we were talking about. Lux is that was only one half of his song. You gotta stay tuned for part 2 of Gale Force, Stockroom Stories, Behind the Lyrics with Lux. We'll see you next week or whenever it comes out for part 2. Subscribe. Peace and love.
Presence of a higher power.
Arigato.
Showered in some realms, he gave praise till his dying hour.